I hope you're ready because it's fall, y'all. This is my favorite time of year. Fall 2024. We have seen some amazing trends come into play. We have jewel tones, we have merlots, we have beautiful radiant shades of green, we have belted bags, carryalls, big oversized hobos. Like 2024 fall is going to be the best season we've seen so far this year when it comes to designer handbags. But when I did my video on the recent Coach drop for fall 2024, if you haven't watched it yet, go and check it out. As of now, it's like 10K views. A lot of you agreed with me down in the comments, like fall 2024, not really where it's at right now, especially with like prices, quality issues. So some of you were mentioning something called shop your closet, and that's a totally new concept to me. I'm 100% kidding. I was like, you know what? That is such a good idea. Like, listen, this year, I just unboxed my Hermes Lindy, which if you haven't checked it out, go and check it out. Absolutely stunning bag. But like, quite honestly, this year I've bought a very small handful of bags. There's been a few new Celine boogies, so those are like what, 80, 90 bucks a pop. My Ralph Lauren Ricky, a couple of Coach bags from Shop Goodwill, my Hermes Lindy, a lot of Hermes SLGs and scarves and things. But like, as far as designer handbags go, like I have not been feeling inspired to buy something new for quite some time. So I'm laying out a challenge. And this is a challenge for myself. This is a challenge for you, the viewers. This is especially a challenge for my fellow content creators who are watching this. Like maybe we should turn this into a tag or something. But I want to do Shop Your Closet Fall 2024. This is going to be a challenge for us because, as we all know, here in the handbag space, like, we are addicted. It's the hunt, it is the purchasing of the new handbag, it's the waiting those 3 shipping days for it to arrive, the unboxing, and then ultimately within a week, we're on to our next bag. So I thought, like, listen, if you're anything like me, you have a closet full of beautiful, perfectly good handbags that are gonna fit into these trends for fall 2024. Let's shop our closet rather than running to the store and buying the new XXL Hobo. I'm sure you've got something in your closet that's gonna work just fine. It's gonna cost you $0. And in the end, you can ultimately put those funds that you would have spent on the new handbag with the matching wallet and the scarf, and maybe put it towards like traveling or an experience, or putting it like in savings. Like, that's a crazy idea. Now we're going to kick this off. I have 7 trends that I'm going to touch on, and the handbags from my closet that fit into that trend. Now, fellow content creators, do the same, kind of go off of these 7 key trends for fall 2024, show what you already have in your closet, and viewers, let me know down in the comments for each category, what is something you already own that you don't have to go out and buy. You can literally shop your closet. So let's begin. We're gonna start off with my favorite trend of fall 2024, jewel tones. Now, when it comes to jewel tones, I have a couple of bags in this pile over here that are gonna fit into that category, but I'm gonna save them for different like little categories that they could also fit into. Ultimately, I just wanted to show off this bag again because it is oh so fabulous. It's gonna work for jewel tones. It's gonna work for the belted carryall that's so popular. Look to the Prada belt bag, the Row Margot, the Coach Empire carryall, which I shared my thoughts on recently in that one video. But I'm gonna show you guys my YSL Muse 2 in the emerald green colorway. Now, this bag is actually gonna come in clutch for 3 reasons this season. It is, first of all, the jewel tone, which my friend Jamie at Luxe Petite showed us. Now, she has done an entire fall 2024 style cast series, so if you're not already subscribed to her, run over there. She's my Chicago bestie. She's posting twice a week now, so really good content over there at Jamie at Luxe Petite. But I'm learning a lot from her as far as trends go for this year. And this bag is gonna cover 3 of the trends. So we've got the jewel tone, we've got that gorgeous emerald colorway, we have the beautiful rich gold hardware, which, as you all know, I love my Hermes Palladium, but give me a good jewel tone bag with some shiny gold hardware, I am there. 1000% there. It also, we have the belted carryall. This kind of has some of like the belt mechanisms that we're seeing on a lot of this season's hottest bags. Overall, like, this is a stunning bag. It's also going to fit into like that suede nubuck category, which is also popular every single fall. But I absolutely love my large YSL Muse 2, and a lot of you agree. When I shared my YSL recent picks for the Hidden Gems collection, a lot of you went crazy and bought the Muse 2s I showed. So if you haven't already gotten on the Muse 2 train, like, check it out. The train's leaving the station. It's not really, it's you can still get on it anytime, but you don't want to miss out on these bags because they are oh so well priced, beautifully constructed, gorgeous colorways. This one's done in like a suede body with the nubuck alligator kind of suede panels on the exterior. I love this bag. I do not give it enough attention, so that's also part of why I'm shopping my closet. I have a good amount of handbags that I honestly don't grab. I'm constantly just grabbing the same 10 over and over again, and this bag does not get the attention it deserves. So this fall, I hope that you see this in at least 1 or 2 weekend vlogs. I promise you that. Now, a couple more trends that I told you earlier this year that were going to be something to watch out for are going to be true for fall 2024 again as well, which is absolutely insane. But before we dive into that, hey guys, my name's Caleb. I post luxury and lifestyle related content 3 times a week. So if that's something you're into, I'm assuming it is, just taking a guess. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. Consider joining the membership for extra perks access, the annual members meetup, which is fast approaching. I am so excited to see everybody again. And this next category, listen, there were a couple that rang true for all of 2024, and they're still hot for fall 2024. So like, why would I go out and buy another bag when I have these down here? So the next category is going to be the Cargo Utilitarian Carryall. So this bag, you guys know, like this has been such a saga, such a drama in my life. This bag was originally showcased on The Devil Wears Prada in 2006. I loved that bag ever since then. The Marc Jacobs, ooh, gimme, gimme, gimme. This bag just has always had, this and the Prada bag just has always lived in my mind, rent-free, taking up way too much space. And I finally got my hands on the Marc Jacobs Blake multi-pocket hobo, but I am so glad that I got this colorway. This colorway, you guys, is going to be perfect for fall. It's almost like, think of Hermes as a taupe, like it's just a very nice, warm beigey gray, beautiful silver hardware. The bottom has feet, big chunky hardware. This was made in Italy, and originally back in 2005, 2006, these would have retailed for about $995. Give me those prices again for beautiful Italian made hobo. Like, I will gladly pay that. I got mine for like 40 or 50 bucks, and it is in mint condition. I even have the suede interior in this beautiful 2024's hottest color, Merlot. I don't carry this bag enough, you guys. I think that this looks so cute just thrown over the shoulder, kind of like rumpled up as like a big clutch under my arm as I'm roaming through the city. Like, this just needs more attention. Like, why would I buy another cargo carryall when I already have like the prime example? Like, hello, Andy Sachs gave this as a gift. So I don't know, it's just fabulous, and I am so glad I have it. I just need to start carrying it more. So shop your closet. I don't know about you, but I do a lot of mountaineering in the fall. Totally kidding. But this next bag fits into the East-West trend, and that is one of my favorite silhouettes. And the Celine Boogie, guys, if you have not gotten a Celine Boogie yet, much like the Muse 2, what are you doing with your life? These literally sell for pennies. In my collection, I have 3. I don't think I ever paid more than $150 for a Celine Boogie, and I have some really good examples. I have the Celine Boogie Nights that Charlotte carried in Sex and the City. I have this one. This is my mountaineering boogie, IYKYK. And then I have the classic smooth calfskin in the black with silver hardware. And guys, these bags are literally phenomenal. Forgotten hidden gems, if you will. And this one is in like a nice rugged rough and tumble kind of suede, which makes it perfect for mountaineering, skiing, rugged outdoorsy things. Apple picking, that gets pretty exhausting, so you need a Celine Boogie for that. It also has the rose gold hardware, and overall this one, it's a little bit worn in. She's a little bit loved, but I don't know, there's just something good and rugged, and I could see this looking really good, you know, covered in charms for the charms trend that I can't participate in because I have one bag charm. Call me lame. The Celine Boogie, this is such a good bag. I'm so happy that I own it. And this saved me so much money. The Celine Boogies honestly kind of scratched the itch for the East-West Pillow Diana from Tod's. Like, guys, I loved that bag. We talked about that bag. It was on one of my, you know, bags of summer 2024 pick lists. I almost paid was it like $2,500 or $3,000? A good chunk of money for that bag when I could have just paid $80 like I did, and I still get the East-West trend. See, we're saving money, we're being mindful, we're being demure, we're being respectful. Very cutesy. So another big trend for fall 2024 is the XXL Hobo. Ludicrously capacious hobos, if you will. Now, we've seen it at Coach with the Brooklyn 39. I wanted so badly to love the Brooklyn 39, which is kind of where this is coming from. Rather than pay $500 to be disappointed, I can shop my closet for free. In a roundabout way, I mean, I did pay a lot of money for these things, but I can shop my closet for free and use that money towards something else. So we've seen it at Coach with the Brooklyn 39. We've seen some big hobos over at Prada lately. We've even seen Hermes with the Assange. Louis Vuitton has also put out some big hobos lately. So when it comes to the XXL Hobo, it's a style that I love. It's a silhouette that we've been sleeping on ever since I got my Lindy, which is kind of fits into that. It's a little bit more niche, if you will, but it does kind of fit into like that extra large hobo category in a roundabout way. I am loving this silhouette and carrying things up on my shoulder, hands-free. I just stick my hand in my pocket, throw the bag kind of behind my back, and I am good to go. It is amazing. So I'm excited to carry a couple of the XXL Hobos hobos in my collection that have never left my closet before, this being one of them. So this is the Coach Editorial Zoe. This is the double XL size, and this thing is huge. And when I'm talking about good suede, this is kind of part of that category. Suede should be rich and sumptuous and squishy and just like have like a really good nap to it. The stuff at Coach lately has not had that. The peanut suede was so disappointing. It's a great colorway, but it's kind of sandpapery. It feels like crepe paper. I'm not a fan, but this I can get on board with. So with the XL Zoe Editorial Hobo, like it's just a huge hobo and it's so comfy to wear. I would assume, I mean, I've tried it on in my closet a few times. I just haven't filled it up and carried it out. I love these over the top leather braided chains. It carries all the way to the top, down the sides. And for branding, you literally just have the horse and carriage and the Coach lozenge stamped here into the suede. Like it's not like tacky hardware or like something gold foil stamped. Like it is literally so under the radar, so luxe, so top tier. I want to say when these originally came out, they were close to $1,000. Coachies, if you remember, and I'm wrong with that, correct me in the comments, but I remember these not being cheap. There's one right now on eBay for $529, which for a 10-year-old Coach bag is quite high in my opinion, but like these used to, you could hardly get your hand on these. And I also love that it has this kind of like big chunky zipper pull here with the tassels. You have the feet on the bottom. So much design. And, you know, speaking of jewel tones, now when it came to Coach bags of this era, you either had the Legacy or the Tattersall lining, or you had the most non-committal shade of lavender. It like plagues my nightmares still, but Coach got it right with this one. They did a beautiful, rich amethyst color interior, and it is stunning, you guys. Tons of pockets, 2 zip pockets, a couple of slip pockets. Like this bag, like no expense was spared when they made this thing. I mean, just listen to this hardware. Is that not just above and beyond crazy? So I'm going to be wearing this a lot this fall. I think it's comfortable. It fits right on my shoulder, my sad sloping shoulders. Like this one actually works. And look at how cool those chains look. Like this bag is going to be phenomenal for fall. And I'm excited because I get to participate in the double XL hobo trend. And when I tell you guys I only paid like $9 for this bag, I mean, does it get much better? Mic drop. Thank you, shopgoodwill.com. They took really terrible photos of this. People didn't know what it was. And I'm like, I literally bought that for $9.99. I cannot believe it. So next up, we're going to be talking about clutches. Now, I think clutches for 2024 is going to be a big thing, especially as we get towards the end of the year for fall, or as we go into the holiday seasons for parties, events, things like that. Keep in mind, you're going to want to have a good clutch already in your collection because why? We're shopping our closet. This is kind of a two-part. So this is going to cover clutches. This is going to cover jewel tones because it's a gorgeous, rich shade of purple. For those of you who've been around a long time, probably know what this is. A lot of you recently have been watching my older Balenciaga videos and sending me photos of your new city bags, part-times, works, you name it. It's kind of like making me miss my old Balenciaga collection, so I wanted to dig this out because I haven't used it in a couple of years. This is my Balenciaga Raisin giant covered hardware in the brogue style. Guys, I love this bag. So my friend Quirky over at Classics with a Quirk recently showed off her Anemone Gillies Kelly 35. If you haven't seen that yet, go and check it out because it is literally one of the most stunning bags. So this kind of reminds me of that style. It's filling my FOMO, if you will. So this one's kind of scratching a couple of different itches for me. I love the Gillies from Hermes. I also loved my Balenciaga collection, and this is kind of filling those voids for me at the moment, if you will. So with this is in mint condition. All of my hardware is perfectly covered still, which is very hard to find on these older giant covered hardwares. They're only out for like a season or two, so they're not that easy to find. I, of course, still have my mirror. Need to get my hair done. This is such a nice, thick chev leather. Like, it does not get much better than this. So this is going to be making a few appearances this fall for dinners, things like that. Zane and I have our anniversary. My birthday's coming up. His birthday's coming up. We've got a lot going on in the fall. So I will be carrying this a couple of times, maybe to dinners and things. Like, I'm just kind of excited. It's been a minute since I've carried a clutch out. So I don't know. It'd be kind of fun to give that a shot again. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. All right, so we have 2 more trends to get through, and I love both of these bags, and one of them has a really special story, but we're going to save that one for last. But I think that we're going to see a lot of bucket bags too this fall. Cylindrical shapes, whether that be east-west, north-south. I think we're going to be seeing that a lot this fall. So I thought, you know what, this is a good excuse to get out my Coach Bleecker duffel bag in the bottle green colorway. Yes, I own one of the most highly collectible Coach colors in the Bleecker duffel. Sorry, not sorry. This bag is phenomenal. You get 2 bags in one because essentially you can take this strap, double it down, and make it into like a shoulder bag, or you can carry it crossbody. On my frame, it actually does work crossbody, which is phenomenal. I'm 6'7", so when something that's not meant to fit a 6'7" man actually fits a 6'7" man, it's amazing. It very rarely happens, but this bag can do it. I also love with the Bleecker, you had these oversized hang tags, which they don't really seem to do anymore. I love this tassel moment, very indicative of the late 2000s, like Y2K energy. The bottom base, you have Coach established in 1941 stamped down here. And guys, if you have not held Bleecker leather from this era, you do not know what good Coach leather possibly could be, because guys, this era, think about it, we had Bleecker and Legacy out around roughly the same time, 06, 07, 08. This is like that thick, beautiful vegetable dyed leather. The colors were rich and lush. They were thick leathers, stunning colors, especially on the Legacy collection. Like, do you guys remember Atlantic? That blue that was like so hard to get. Whiskey, natural, ink was amazing. And then the Bleecker colors though, they went a step above and beyond. Like they were doing jewel tones and beautiful shades of like light blues, yellows, greens, orange, and the beautiful wine color from this collection, which I had the duffel in that color, but it's living in Florida now. It's living its best life down there. Perfect for fall 2024. And thick hardware, like thick, good quality hardware. Like they do not make them like this anymore, you guys. And I know I keep saying that, like I sound like a broken record, but like I come from a good Coach era. I just wish the brand would get back to this because this, guys, is phenomenal. But anyway, this is going to fit a couple of different trends again. We've got the bucket bag with this duffel shape. We've got jewel tones with this bottle green. I did carry it a little bit this spring, but this is definitely more of like a fall bag. I mean, think of this with like a good, like a rugged, big, sweater or something. I don't know what you wear in the fall. You do you. Don't judge me. But no, this bag is amazing, and I'm so glad I've kept it. All right, so we're on to the last bag. And as you can tell, I don't have any Hermes behind me, but I think that I kind of want to, as far as it comes to my closet, I love my Hermes, do not get me wrong, but I kind of want to challenge myself to carry some non-H bags, and that's kind of where some of this came from. Like, I wanted to look for good bags. Like, sure, with the belted bag, I could have pulled out a Birkin, I could have pulled out a Kelly, could have shown off my Lindy, but I was like, you know what, let's find like a really good bag in the back of the closet. I mean, it's not really in the back of the closet, it's right there when you walk in. Anyway, I had a lot of fun kind of digging through and like making myself like really think about what I already had in my collection, what's on trend right now. Coach is on the tip of everyone's tongue with their most recent drop. So that kind of like helped me kind of pick out some of my bags for this selection, if you will. And this last one did not disappoint. So it's not exactly the oversized carryall that like the Empire is, the Margot, the belted bag trend, if you will. But it's a big bag. It's rich suede. You could kind of consider it a jewel tone. It's a rich shade of mahogany, which is kind of stunning. But it's one of my favorite bags in my collection, and I do not carry it nearly enough. And it is none other than my Coach Bleecker XL reversible tote. So if you've been around my channel for any amount of time, then you may know the story. I originally had this way back in the day when this was a nearly $1,000 handbag at Coach in 2008. That was unheard of. I had it in the chambray colorway, and I stupidly sold it. I've been searching for years to have it back in my collection because this was originally released in very limited colors. You had the chambray, which I had stupidly sold. You had the mahogany here. You had like a natural, which was like a lighter tan. And then you had ink, all four very classic Coach colors. I wish I had the chambray, and if it ever popped up again, would I buy it in a heartbeat? Absolutely 100% yes, no matter the condition, because after I've sold mine, I've seen 2 in this colorway and 1 natural, and that's been well over a decade. That is how rare these bags are. This is good suede. Like, let's get into it. Now I have it stuffed with an old-fashioned file dust bag, but look at the nap on this suede. Like, this is thick, beautiful suede, and then on the interior, it's just that nice, rich, burnished leather. I mean, like, this thing is fabulous. Now, my fellow Coachies who've been around the block will remember this thick Bleecker leather, like, you could scratch it and then immediately buff it out with your thumb. Like, this is top tier leather. Now, the back side, it does have this big pocket that's semi-attached here at the bottom, and then you have it with this big zipper pull. Guys, this is good Coach to me. There's even feet on the bottom, even though it's just a squishy mess, like it doesn't really matter. I mean, how perfect is this for fall? Like, this is the fall handbag of all fall handbags if I ever saw one. You're going to be fitting in with that suede trend, which is going to be, of course, it's super popular every year, but we're going to be really leaning into it for fall 2024. You kind of have the jewel tone, like, is it a jewel tone? Not really, but it is a beautiful dark rich shade, and it's oversized. Like, big oversized bags covered in charms are all the rage. Again, I can't participate. I only have one bag charm, but, well, I have a couple, I guess. Yeah, I have a few. Anyway, not the point. Now, when I complain about current Coach, that's because they come from this era of Bleecker, 65th Anniversary Legacy, Hamptons, oh my god, the original Ergo. Well, not the original Ergo, but like the 2000s Ergo. Beautiful limited edition collections, Poppy. There was the Mink collection with like the kimono collection. Just so many good, rare pieces. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're talking about the XL Carryall, and this one is going to fit the bill, but it's going to rip my arm off, so I have to put it down now. All right, guys, so that is going to be my fall 2024 lineup for Shop My Closet. Listen, we have some beautiful old Coach, we have some old Celine, YSL, Balenciaga, Marc Jacobs, I almost forgot. And it's gonna be so much fun just like falling back in love with these bags, because listen guys, the bags in your closet you once lusted after, you loved that bag, you dreamed about that bag, you found the bag, you waited for the bag to arrive, you unboxed it, carried it for a while, and then it just sat on a shelf. These are things that we can fall back in love with again, we can save some money, it's more sustainable, better for the environment, better for our checkbooks. So it's just a little bit of a challenge to shop our closets and fall back in love with things that we already loved once before. So let me know down in the comments, viewers, what bags are you using for these categories? Fellow content creators, sound off, like make your own video, show us like what you're gonna do to shop your own closet and your own collection. And I think this could be a really interesting conversation that we could all jump in on. So until next time, guys, stay safe, have fun. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great fall. Bye-bye.